Well, I think we've had enough talk. It's time for the main event.
Shut up and sit down.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back once again to Vicious Rant. And of course, I am your host, Mr. Main Event himself, the often imitated, never duplicated Superstar Tim Vicious. And we're going to go over Raw this week was in Ontario, California. Now, before we do, just like always, first things first, want to remind everyone, we are WWE Shop affiliates. So what that means is, if you are watching this on my personal YouTube page or listening to this wherever you get your podcasts from, check the description tab, click the link there, or if you're watching this on the Main Event Wrestling Network's YouTube page, see that QR code on the screen? Scan it, and you do either of those, it will take you to WWE Shop. Now, what's so special about that as opposed to just typing it in? Well, I'll be glad to tell you. You see, you go on that link, you check the link out through the ways that I just said, it'll take you there. You make any purchase on there. We, in turn, here at the Vicious Studios, receive a small nominal commission for that, and in turn, that will help us improve the show because every last penny, nickel, and dime that we get will go back into this to make it much better for you guys in the long run. Now, with that said, like I brought up before, you'd go to there, check it out, help us, help you. And now we're going to switch gears and talk about last week via the SmackDown Rebound. And the big highlights from last week's SmackDown. The show started out with the one and only L.A. Knight. Yeah, dummy. Yeah, let me talk to you. Defending his coveted United States Championship against Andrade. And my God, I did dearly like this opening match. I thought this was not... say this the right way. I thought it was great, more so not just because of the match itself, but because it was a cold open. It was, well, we're not going to have a promo leading right to it. It's just, no. Here was the intro video, and now, welcome everyone to Friday Night SmackDown. We're going to kick things off with the match right off bat, and then boom, went right to it. Like, whoa, alright, cool. You know, as opposed to like a 5 to 10 minute opening promo. Just every now and then I like that. That it's change it up. You know, we all know on how much I love different. Right? Right. So, LA Knight versus Andrade, good match. Excuse me. Good match. I liked it. LA Knight got the win. Yeah. And there was a little bit of confusion at the end after the match where went to go do the Code of Honor. Knight put his hand out to shake hands. Andrade wound up putting his hand out for a fist bump. And like, alright, how about a fist bump then? And Andrade put his hand out to shake hands. And it was just like, what? And then eventually it was, screw it. Pick the hands up to go, put the hands up to celebrate and be like, yeah. See this guy right here. This guy right here. So yeah. Then we wound up having a video segment with Cody and Roman having a face-to-face at the Georgia Tech football field. And I absolutely loved it. It was great video production quality. It was... I would say it was up there with like the cinematic movie matches, what they were doing with that kind of production quality. And I don't know what it is, man, but it just the day after, it just seemed like a lot of people were like really angry and mad over it because it just seemed like they were I saw a lot of people complaining, oh, they were copying Lucha Underground. This is Lucha Underground like blah blah blah. Everyone kept revolving back to it was like Lucha Underground. Okay. And so what if it mimicked Lucha Underground? So what if they took from Lucha Underground? Name me one original thing that is in pro wrestling anymore. Nobody, everyone takes something from somebody in some way, shape, or form. You know? I mean, and granted, I'm probably going to get flack for this example, but Ric Flair, hands down, one of the most infamous names in pro wrestling history. Guarantee there's at least 100 people out there that would say he is in the top 3 greatest of all time. How much stuff did he take off of other people? I rest my case, Your Honor. So, back to the lecture at hand. Roman and Cody, they're having a standoff. Roman saying, you know, this is where I made this small old alma mater. I built this place. Cody just like, you built it. You built it. I grew up in this. And they're like, all right, so what do you want? I'm not a tribal chief no more. My family took the Ulafal. For the first time in a long time, my neck don't feel heavy. I don't have my title. I don't have my family. Tell me something I don't know. What I want to know is, do you got my back? And then Cody basically just summing it up. I got your back. Question is, you got mine? Yeah, I got yours. But know this. When this is all said and done, I'm coming for that. Referencing the title. Cody saying, it's not yours anymore. Roman then, you're in my way. You're in my way in life. Ooh. Okay. It was just, wow. Yeah. Just, like I said, I thought it was great the way it was all handled, done, and produced. So I absolutely loved it. If you got the chance to go and see it, I would really, really, really recommend you do. But with that said, the other highlights, we had Giovanni Vinci having a rematch against Apollo Crews from his embarrassing defeat from the first time around. Now, I know people were saying, oh, Gio got buried, he's getting squashed, he's going to be treated like garbage, blah, 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 blah. No, he's not. He is not getting buried. Excuse me. He is not getting buried, he is not getting squashed. This is a build-up, folks. Unfortunately, not everyone can get the big Bill Goldberg undefeated streak kind of build-up. And not only that, he's going to be billed as a bad guy. And, you know, heaven forbid, bad guys have to lose so that way they can get heat. They get enough heat, then next thing you know, boom, they can lash out on the world, and then their villain arc starts, right? So yeah, Gio wound up losing this match again in a relatively quick roll-up pace, much to the shock of, oh my god, I lost! Yeah, so, yeah. Then we had Bayley, and Naomi going against Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax, much like I brought up last week for this match. Now, they did also announce that this was going to be a tornado tag match. So it was, everyone was in there all at the same time. Normal tornado tag kind of kind of car crash mayhem. Not demolition derby, I'm sorry, that was poor choice of words on my part. Naomi and Bayley wound up doing a double pin. Ref counted it. Then it was, well, who got the win? Who got the winning pin? Who's going to be challenging Nia at Bad Blood? Then we see Nick Aldis address both of the women later on, saying, listen, since you both wound up getting the winning pinfall, you're both going to go one-on-one with each other, and the winner of that match will then face Nia at Bad Blood. Personally, I think it's going to get turned into a triple threat. If I'm wrong, I have zero problem with that. I have been shown wrong more times than I can admit, and I have zero problem ever admitting I'm wrong. And then there was the main event for SmackDown. It was trios action: Kevin Owens and the Street Profits against the Bloodline, Jacob and the Gorillas of Destiny. And this came to be, it was originally supposed to be Kevin Owens and DIY. Sorry, folks. Back of the throat gets a little dry once I start getting long-winded, but just coming off of a sinus infection and some bad post-nasal. It was supposed to be KO and DIY, but the Bloodline wound up taking out DIY. Owen saw it, and then he just walked out the ring. He was like, fuck it. They're all going to come at me. Alright, boys. Bring it. He starts swinging for the fences, hitting anything that can move. Street Profits come out to save him. Then they eventually go and say, yeah, this is going to be made into a new 6-man match. So it gets made. Then we wind up. The match is going. It goes well, and it's nice. Match ends, though, in a no contest when everyone goes and climbs into the ring all at the same time, and everyone's hitting anyone with 2 eyes and a heartbeat, and yeah, match ends like that. So I can't really complain. I thought it was good. So with that said, let's get into this week's show. Raw in Ontario, California. It starts out with, they're doing the normal, the talent walking into the arena, and then you see Dominic taking a page out of his dear old dad's playbook, driving in a lowrider with the hydraulics going, and then just as him with Liv riding shotgun, they get out. As they're walking through, next thing you see Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, or not Braun Breaker, I'm sorry, Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed. Wah! Boom! Them two fighting and swinging at each other, and the whole time they're like, whoa, damn, y'all two need a room. Oof, be gone. Having that kind of a look on them. And then they get out to the ring. Liv addresses Rhea saying, Liv, I've taken everything from you. Your world title, mine. The Judgment Day, mine. Dominic, mine. And then she keeps gloating over it, and then saying on how she's going to wind up taking her out at Bad Blood. Rhea then comes out like, whoa, listen now, folks. Listen, I'm not here to fight. I'm not going to put hands on anyone. In fact, I came out here just to simply deliver a message. I'm going to beat you. I'm coming for what's mine. I'm getting my title that I never truly lost. And Dom, you are going back to where you really belong. You're going to be behind bars because I just talked to Adam Pearce, and at our match at Bad Blood, you are going to be all the way up, dangling in a shark cage. And I died laughing because, one, Dominic's reaction, one said, you're going behind bars again, like, what, again? And then secondly, all I could think is, somebody had to pitch that, and all I could picture is if Bruce Pritchard pitching that in the creative, like just selling it like Jim Cornette. Well, goddamn, put that motherfucker in a goddamn shark cage. He'll be fucking over, motherfucker. Not as over as the Midnight Rockers, though. They were fucking over. Fuck you, motherfucker. Yeah, anyways. So that was the opening segment. After that, Liv was like, oh. And then Rhea was like, oh, by the way, I changed my mind. Wham! Threw a massive headbutt and knocked Liv down on her ass. Like, oof. Damn. Lesson learned, folks. Never piss off an Aussie and then have them headbutt you. Ooh, ow. So with that said, let's get into our first match of the night. Sami Zayn going against Ludwig Kaiser. And this was an international delight right here. We got the French-Canadian fighting the Germans. And fists were flying like crazy right at the start. It was good slugfest with Ludwig starting to lead the pace into the commercial break, as well as post-break, and just post-break beating the hell out of Sami. Sami pulling back and fighting back, I should say, in the third act of the match. You know, wound up getting the win by actually doing the haluva kick at the end. Afterwards, you see Gunther storming down in his gear with the title on his waist. Now, Sami, we need to address this right here, right now. Now, you asked me before for a world title match, and I can't help but think, right here in Ontario, Canada, you deserve this. You deserve this, Sami. You deserve to hear no. And then just, and then walks off. So yeah, they're building up to it. And with next week being the go-home show before the pay-per-view, I'm fairly certain, I'm like 90% certain it's going to get announced that Monday. Excuse me. Next up, we had Dragon Lee going against Carlito. Dragon Lee had Joaquin Cruz and Zelina Vega with him. Carlito had JD Finn with him. JD Finn and with him, and Dom. So it was a decent match, but honestly, it just, I don't know, to me, and I'm not saying that this is gonna sound really bad, but honest to God, I'm not trying to sound mean and bitter and all. But to me, this felt more like just kind of like a let me up kind of match. I mean, it's cool to see that the Judgment Day is finally getting a feud with somebody outside, with someone new, and they're transitioning to the LWO. It's just, the match itself just felt kind of flat to me in the sense of it felt like a filler. It felt filler to me. That's it. Match came to an end when the Judgment Day went to go run interference, distracting the ref. And then next thing you know, Rey Mysterio showed up out of nowhere, dropped a dime on Dominic, and then Carlito, he was in the ring, saw it, started getting distracted, and then Dragon Lee wound up doing a roll-up for the 1, 2, 3. A fucking roll-up. Fuck, I hate quick matches like that end with fucking roll-ups. It's just, it feels cheap and stupid to me. Fuck! Ugh. Next up, we're supposed to have Miz versus Bronson Reed, but as Bronson's coming out, Strowman out of nowhere, boom, comes out, collides with him, and then we got these two big bad kaijus fighting each other again, going all around, and then it gets announced next week. It's not Last Man Standing. No. It's going to be Braun Strowman versus Bronson Reed in a Last Monster Standing. Ooh boy. So, for those who may not know, Last Man Standings are not typically my favorite gimmick matches, simply because of the fact of the 10-second wait. I can count on one hand how many Last Man Standing matches I've enjoyed. Kevin Cena and El Generico, La Revenja, and Kevin Owens versus Dean Ambrose. Yeah. Those are the only two Last Man Standing matches I've ever really enjoyed. Everything else just kind of felt like, yeah, but the 10 seconds are so fucking boring. But hopefully this one's good. Next up, we got women's tag action. Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, going against Io and Kairi. Io Sky and Kairi Sane. Nice, good, solid, fast start. Really liked it. Io and Kairi, they were leading into the break. Post-break, Kairi, she was the punching bag. Io getting the hot tag in, cleaning up house. Really going good. And, man, I'm kind of torn, to be honest. On one hand, I'd kind of like to see Damage Control get the women's titles again. But on the other hand, I kind of like seeing Bianca and Jade with them. I'm like, yeah, I'm not quite sure on who to cheer for on that. Either way, though, Io and Kairi wound up getting the win. Kairi did the elbow to Alba to take her out, and then Io wound up doing her moonsault on the Isla to get the pin for the 1-2-3. Next up, we had tag action with the New Day going against the Creed brothers. And this match came to be because Woods and Kofi, they were talking. Kofi, he was talking to Woods, apologizing for, not cluing him in, not smarting him up about what the plan was for the week prior. And then brought out a whole bunch of nostalgia stuff about showing, hey, this is everything that the New Day was, man, that we've been. Look, see, got Bootios, got your trombone, Francesca. We even got the Bootios we came out of in WrestleMania. And it was like, yeah, Kofi, all that's good, but that was when we were something. It's been 3 years now, man. What have we done? What have we done? And then the Creeds came, and then American Made came over. They were starting to mock them. And then this, that, and the other. And then it was, you know what, how about we settle this in the ring? All right, see you tonight. So here we are. Now, we'll say right at the start, Woods, he was saying we're going to follow my lead. He's going to be the QB calling it. Going from there, oh my God. The New Day were freaking hot. Nice, good start. New Day, they were leading the pace. Woods wound up being the punching bag at one point, but Kofi wound up getting a hot tag. Cleaned up house. They were going good, and I mean going good. And match came to an end though when eventually Woods, he winds up getting back in, and then excuse me, Woods winds up getting distracted by Chad Gable, and then throws Gable in. Gable in the ring like, whoa, hey, I'm not in this match, man. Don't worry about me. Just let me get out of here. Let me roll out. He rolls out. Next thing you know, Julius, boom, takes him down, scoops him up in the electric chair. Brutus comes in. Brutus ball hits him for the 1-2-3. And then Woods, oh man, he just is all sorts of fuck. He's 3 different levels of mad. He's popping off because the LWO comes over to apologize about last week. Woods is now taking out on, what, so you think you could talk down to me because you're a former world champ? And then Kofi, whoa, dude, it ain't nothing like that. And look at you, you're doing the same thing. What, because you're a world champ? Because I never won a singles. I've never been a world champ. And then Ray's like, hey, listen, man. I came over to try and break bread and make peace. But if you got a problem, we could settle this next week. I was supposed to have a match with him, but I'll be more than happy to take you on instead. So we're going to have that match coming up next week. So now we come to main event of the night. Main event, Jey Uso, Yeet, going against Braun, going against the big bad booty nephew himself, Braun Breaker. And this was a really good match. Nice good start. Jey leading into the commercial break. Braun leading post-break, as well as the second post-commercial break. And it looked like your normal Braun Breaker kind of, I'm a whoop your ass kind of match, up until Jey started to build the comeback. Once Jey started to build the comeback, it was like, holy shit, it might actually look like he might actually win this. Oh my God. And then Jey, he starts to build the comeback. Braun starts running around, circling around the ring, getting ready to go do the outside quick spear, clocking at like 20-something miles an hour. Jay, boom, pops him with a super kick. Gets some distance, spears him through the timekeeper area, and all the while that part's going on, I'm looking at my watch, I'm like, oh damn, it's 10:50, it's 10:58. They're going to wrap this up soon, and because they're both knocked out. And you just see Jay looking like he just wound up taking down looking like he knocked down 3/4 of a case of beer. Like, throws Braun in. Braun goes in. Next thing you know, Jay, boom, pops him down, gets him down, and then goes up, hits the Uso splash for the 1, the 2, the 3. So your winner and new Intercontinental Champion, main event, Jey Uso. Yeet! Really cool to see. Really glad to see on that. So that is it for this week's show, folks. So before we go and wrap things up, just as a quick reminder, again, we are WWE Shop affiliates. If you're watching this on the Main Event Wrestling Network channel, scan the QR code. If you're watching this on my personal YouTube page or listening to this wherever you get your podcast from, check the description tab. Click the link, go to WWE Shop, make a purchase, and those purchases will help us help you make this show better. So, with that said, that is it for this week's show, folks. So please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, go back and listen to some of the other episodes when you can. Thank you to contributor of the show, LFC Lingerie Fighting Championship. There are a little bit of wrestling, a little bit of MMA, and a lot of attractive women with a little bit of nothing. Also, check out OneManeuver.net for some vicious Rant apparel. Help support the show. We got t-shirts, tanks, baby onesies, toddler tees, women's tees, long sleeves. Perfect gift for somebody you love, somebody you hate, or a shirt to buy just to give the goodwill so you can hold on to your favorite shirt. Don't forget also, folks, to look at these cool ass cats right here on the Twitter, DSP_IV, Main Event _net, the Main Event Wrestling Network Twitter account, Surgeon Curry Pants, 3 Count Thursday, The Dryer 1986, and folks, like I always tell you, you love me great, you hate me.
Shut up and sit down.
Fuck it.